Welcome to Everyday VBA, your online solution for becoming an Excel VBA expert.
Okay, so we are on our last video on populating these. Now the next step is basically to turn this basic invoice and populate it into multiple worksheets. And I will show you how to do that. I've had to take a little bit of time to figure out exactly what the best way, and this is the best way to do this, and this is what I've come up with. So if you go if RW is not equal to 2, which meaning the first row that we looked at, that doesn't like that. So if you come up here, if it's equal to this first time, I don't want it to print it if it's going through the first time. That'll make more sense as we kind of build it out. After your ifs, always do end ifs or end if. It's the easiest way to do that. And we're going to go isheet.copy. Okay. Notice it has before and after. Now I could do comma and it would go to after. Another way to do that is just type in after and then do colon and then do equals, and that basically says we are working on after. It's the way that it works. It's the naming convention, and we're going to do that after, and we're going to go worksheets dot count, and that's going to give me the number of worksheets that I have. So it's going to say I want it after worksheet number 2, and hopefully this will work. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through here. It's not equal to 2 because we don't want to copy it. So I'm just going to put a break here, and I'm going to let it run. I'm going to show you kind of what it does, and you've kind of seen this before, but it fills it out, right? Fills out everything the way that we want it to. And so now we're going to go back to our code. I put a break there, so I clicked over here. You can also do F9. I'm going to hit F8, and since that's not equal to row 2 now, it's equal to 6, I'm actually going to copy this workbook. And we'll be able to see a couple things. So I'm going to hit F8 here just to walk through it. I know what I need to do. So you would do sheets. Okay, I'll explain this here. I put in worksheets count, and that returns basically a 2. And it says, well, I can't go after number 2. I need to go after a worksheet. So it was looking for sheet. So if you do sheets and then it said index in there, and I put the index of 2, which is a kind of a nested function there. But that's basically what it looks like. So now when I hit F8, I'm going to click back here. You will see that it added this workbook right here. Now if I go back over here, I've got that loaded. So these two at this point are exactly the same. And so let's just walk through the rest of the code here. So we've got it's going to clear out this one. I'm going to back this up a little bit so that we can see what's going on. Clears, populates. It's going to keep going through here, filling these out. It's not equal to, we made it to this one. That's the code that we put in earlier. So I'm going to, I don't need that anymore, so I'm going to comment it out. To do that, you just come over to that's the debug window. I don't totally need that one. I want the edit. I'm pulling this stuff in here. I'm going to click on this right here, which is the comment block, and it's going to comment all of that, which means that those are basically, if I had developer notes, that's what I put in. So I'm going to click through this again. It's going to create another workbook, right? We went from basic invoice, the blank one, to 1, 2. And then it's going to go through the rest of this code because it's going to clear it out and it's going to populate. Now we do have one other thing that we need to consider because we're not actually doing that last workbook. So in order to do that, we've got to copy and paste this piece down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way through. I'm going to put a breakpoint here and I'll just show you. So we're going to hit F5 and you'll notice that we've got basic invoice 1, we've got basic invoice, which is the last workbook, and then we've got basic invoice 2 and basic invoice 3, but we did not actually create a duplicate of this. And so if we wanted to do that, all we would need to do, and I did do that, is I just copied this information right here. And if I highlight that and go F8, that would create that copy. And the reason you didn't necessarily have to do that, but the nice part about that is you can keep a basic invoice or your base invoice and keep it clean of everything. There's a lot of other stuff that we could do to this to kind of build out. I mean, if we were to kind of do some extra things on here, you know, say like extra credit type things, you could change the invoice number by doing this kind of information in here. Easiest way to do that is to do date, date plus, you know, an integer. You could change all of this information in here as well, if you wanted to. But again, it gives you a good example, kind of a good best practice on how to build these out in a way that you can reproduce them. Now the nice part is well, I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but let me just show you one other thing that I would do. I would create a clear workbook. So I would create another sub, and I would call this clear workbooks, and it exited out of the code, which was fine. And I would do a for loop, and for each WS in worksheets. Okay. What this is going to do is it's going to go through each workbook, and I'll just show you. So I go ws.activate, and I run this. You will see, let me shrink this down so that we can watch it. If I run this, it's basically going to go through each workbook, right? It's kind of hard to see, but it goes through each one. But what we want to do is if ws.name is not equal to code name, it's not equal to dsheet, and ws.codename is not equal to isheet, then what we're going to do, and if we're going to go ws delete, I think delete is it. If not, we'll figure that out. So we're going to come in here. You'll notice if I highlight over here, well, usually it shows in the IntelliSense, it tells me what that code name is. But that would have been dsheet. This is going to be isheet. This is going to be ws, and it's going to give me this this error message, and you just click delete. The way to get around that, you would go application, and again, you wouldn't. This is not something that you know. Dot display. I almost forgot it. Equals false, and so you would do an application display alerts equals false. And so what I'm going to do is when I put that in there, I'm going to put it at the beginning and the end. This end part doesn't totally matter, but it's really a best practice. If you turn something off at the beginning of the code, it's best to turn it on, etc. So I'm going to start this over. So we're going to hit stop, and then I'm just going to go play through each one of these. F8, okay, it's going to delete it. Notice no warning. It also got rid of the sheet. I'm going to do it one more time. This is going to get rid of this sheet right there, and it's gone, and we're back to normal. We turn display alerts back on. I just got that call, but that basically walks you through a good way to get rid of those. That's a super clean way to go through your workbooks, and we go through some if statements. Hopefully this really helped you a ton, and this will be really useful and something that you can integrate into existing projects or existing work that you do.